Hi guys, hopefully this is going to work and let's see if it's going to. So I'm going to do Is Your Ex Coming Back live. I'm not expecting many to be on chat. I just want to see how this works. So forgive me for any beginner errors because I'm just trying to make it work. So guys, just on the right hand side there are like my social media that you can actually visit and kind of like see it. But let's check what is in for Aries for October and November. I'll be going signs in order for this series. So Aries, is your ex coming back? Guys, this is only for the people who actually want their exes to come back and not for anybody else, right? So just keep that in mind. So I'm not also seeing any freaking thing over here, so hopefully that is going to kind of like help. So let me see, stream options. It's just giving me a few things over here, not what I want. I'm trying a new camera, so again guys, forgive me if anything goes wrong. So Aries, what's going to be happening for Aries for the rest of October and November? So let's see, you have 7 of Cups reversed, you have 10 of Swords, you have 6 of Cups, you have 8 of Pentacles, you have 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and 2 High Priestess, Major Arcana. So if you're the first time here, then you probably will realize that this like front line over here is simply always the same. It took me forever to find out which cards are working and which cards are not working for me to squeeze this information out about your ex coming. If you do not want your ex to come, just relax. Then this is not for you. Just like wait for my monthlies next week to come through. So what I'm seeing over here, guys, I'm absolutely seeing the influence of Mercury retrograde. I'm seeing this like 6 of Pentacles over here. It looks like, you know, that some of you, it looks like Aries is really reminiscing about the good times. And it's really kind of like sadness about things not working out, things not really going forward with the way that you really want it to happen. This is falling in the category when Temperance is reversed. This is really telling me about issues that really need to be addressed, right? So let me quickly recap. This is kind of like if this relationship was ever meant to be. If you go on my website, you will see that in more detailed explanation here, what needs to be glued, your significator, their significator, the energy in between, basically the judgment. Like, I mean, what is karma saying about this relationship and the next steps? So there is like a disconnect. There is like clearly not, kind of like sometimes you think about somebody and the other person thinks about you and then eventually they call you and that sort of thing. I don't see it over here, and I'm sorry to say. I do see that, you know, one person, and again, because they're cross watchers, it could actually go both ways. One person is really thinking about another, and the other one is just like, almost like enjoying being single. I really don't see, at least here, at least right now in this point in time, that they're actually dealing with somebody else. But they had issues with commitment. They really didn't want to go in this direction. It was clearly the issue in how to address this with you, because it felt that like this card is like so devastating when you get it, right? Like look at that, like pretty much every sword that exists is being placed in, and it kind of like really feels that you have been betrayed. And this is always talking about, hey, what could have gone wrong? In your case, it looks like lots of things went wrong, and it was really hard to deal with this. So when it's upright and this really needs to remedy, like you really need to figure it out how from your standpoint, you're dealing with, I guess it is a betrayal. I guess that's how you're seeing, that's how you're addressing it, because there's like not much more to say other than somebody pulled rug under your feet and just like walked away. And you're asking yourself, like, why am I here sitting? In your nature, this is really not to think this way. And why in a freaking way they're like, oh, okay, they're all enjoying. It just seems to you like a big unfairness, but that's also because we are currently dealing with a whole bunch of celestial issues as well. High Priestess is the strongest card over here. It is reversed. Like, this person is saying they have been dealing with issues. They felt there was lots of secrecy happening here in the situation. They felt that, you know, like they kind of like know a little bit more of the situation that even you know, and or somebody felt this way. This is clearly saying that there is like just, you know, like there are ships in the dark. You're passing by each other, not even realizing what's going on. In legalities, they're calling the meeting of the minds, and here it wasn't. You know, look at this. We have a 10, 9, 8. It's almost like, whew, like the night is falling down kind of a thing. It kind of like looks like at some point there was talk of commitment. There was like talk about how do I take this forward? Where do I go from here? But it almost looks like that you feel like, I mean, okay, so if we talked about it, how come we didn't get there? How come we got in a situation where, you know, like, I mean, now I'm really wondering what's going on and what's not going on. And this is like really, really making you wonder. They, at that stage, at the stage of their life, they really want to kind of like find their own footing, if you wish. So let me see what else. Ooh, Ace of Cups reversed. Three of Cups reversed. The Emperor, this is your card. Oh my freaking God. This person brought you to your knees. You really wanted something badly, my dear Aries, badly. And this really feels like you have fallen flat on your face. And it's a little bit of embarrassment, and it's also quite a bit of it, a loss of faith. Because this person was more than just, let's say, a lover, more than a figure that you really wanted to be featured prominently in your life. This person was a friend. This person was to you like that, what they call it, everything, that soulmate. Look here, exactly, 9 of Cups. It was, oh, he or she's everything that I really want. Like, right? 9 of Cups. 7 of Wands. And Page of Swords. It is really weird over here what I see. I do feel that you will kind of like go and experience a sort of, if you wish, even depression. Like the Emperor, like really gets angry. This card portrays your basically sign in tarot, especially those Aries born in April. You feel let down. You feel that you have been building something and you feel, whoops, somebody got in the way. You're almost like getting really jealous over here, feeling like, where is this cup going to be given? Like I see Ace of Cups is really talking about a new beginning, new start, but it is reversed. Look, I mean, if this relationship was ever a starter, like this really feels somebody took it away from you. And the thing is like that you really don't know why. It looks like their reasoning was, oh no, I am not clear with you, I don't know what you want, or on the other hand, you want too much. Or also some of you probably heard, you know, I don't know what to say. I feel that maybe I just really need to be on my own at this stage. Because look at this, like you have this 8 reversed and it's going into 9. And that really tells me that, you know, somebody really didn't dot all their I's and cross all their T's, because something really got in the way. And there was like a big thing here that kind of like really went missing. And there is like really interesting part over here that I see. And I see that to some extent they really do miss you. But they miss you at the same time. It almost like doesn't look like they want to go toward you. So there is like something really stopping them here. You might actually hear from them, but if you kind of like sail into that oh lovey-dovey kind of a thing, they might just like shy away. Because this person here, look at him. Does he look to you like, I mean, he is happy? He kind of like has this angry face over here, and that's what I really don't like in this card. And he's defending himself. He's defending on something that he calls victory. He said, well, you know, I got where I am and I have to stay here. And it's like really difficult for you because look, here the strongest card was the High Priestess, right? The Major Arcana. Here the strongest card was the Emperor, is the Emperor, because this is your card, right? Even this card here also kind of like connects together. So I don't know if you guys are dealing, let's say, with water sign. I kind of like see quite a few of you being completely confused, not knowing, hey, you know, how will I convince you? Especially those of you who are dealing with Scorpio. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. I can see that as well. And you feel like they just like, for some reason, they just like walk away. They told you, hey, you're not fulfilling my dreams and you're not giving me what I need to get. And you have been blindsided to that one. With Scorpio, you have been given almost like a task. You have been told, hey, you know what? You need to transform. You need to change. Maybe you haven't been given completely clear direction in how to do it, but that's basically what has happened. Whew. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, the Devil. Wow, why is that here? Death. And we have another 8. So we have 8, 8, and 8. That's 8 of Wands. As you can see, this is one of my significators. 7 of Swords and 10 of Wands. Well, now this is really getting interesting. Really, really, really. Okay. Look, we have Ace of Wands here. Let me see if we can just pull it a little bit behind. And then we have 10 of Wands. So it's everything. This is pretty much who you are. If you guys like someone, you will chase them and chase them and chase them. And if somebody says stop, you will still chase them. You'll be accused that you're a stalker, that you're an abuser. You will chase them because hey, you love them. And somebody told you, like, I mean, stop. You stopped, and all of a sudden this person realized this void in their life, and like, oh my god, what do I do with this void? How do I address this, right? So it's really important to kind of like understand this part. So the Ace of Wands is really talking about passion, right? It's talking about how to deal with this and how to kind of like enjoy it, right? So Ace of Wands does talk about getting back together, which is clearly a possibility over here. But it sounds to me, guys, that you have so many things to resolve. Like, I mean, you have 2 tens and you have 2 wands and you also have a page. So this is like 5 cards that are indicating that it's coming to an end of one phase, and it is like clearly a beginning of the next. Right? So it's kind of like really important to understand this. I am seeing the influences of Capricorn, of Scorpio, of Leo again. I'm also seeing influences of Libra. And what I really see here is that almost like you felt that you have given so much to this person, right? Because you're going from the Emperor to the Devil. Both of them are really, really controlling cards, right? The Emperor, like, is used to, like, this is basically in modern, like, basically times, dictator when it reverses. And this one is worse than dictator. This will be a torture chamber kind of a thing. So you are getting freaking really, really, really angry. And this is where it really gets interesting, right? Because the Death card is like, it's kind of like the high vibration of the Emperor card, right? So this is kind of like the Emperor card with a twist. So when the Death card really shows up, it says, that's it. It's the freaking end. Stop here. Step on the brake, because trust me, it's only going to get worse. You need to redefine. You need to start from scratch. You need to go back to the square one. That's the only way to go. And this is maybe why you have your soulmate card in the category of what needs to be repaired. At one point, you have been everything to each other, everything. And you took it, as I said, very much to your heart when, like, somebody just like stabbed you back. And even karma is saying that. Which part you didn't understand? They said it was a huge freaking red flag. This person really doesn't know if they are coming or leaving. And we can see that here. Look, that's the Knight of Cups. It's that knight that actually really offers, hey, let's go and let's kiss. Which, that's why it could happen that there's going to be get together. But oh my God, it's going to push some severe buttons. Severe. And it's going to be very confusing because they will tell you that they love you, but they will also kind of like, they're carrying this betrayal energy in them. Like, this is a repetition of the secrets. They're like basically saying to you, like, it just got so hard. I just cannot do it. So maybe you're dealing with somebody who doesn't have your level of vigor and your level of, hey, how do I really want to continue going with this? Because this is really telling me that it might be lots of suffering. It could be lots of emotional engagement. After all, we are entering this Mercury retrograde on the 31st, and it can kind of like be quite a bit of things on our plate. But this clearly is also telling me that something that has been happening, and all this kind of soulmate things, and everything that you have been thinking, it was all fake. Fake, 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 fake. You had it in your head. You maybe put somebody on the pedestal. You kind of like really felt strong with this person. But did you forget asking what they think, how they feel? Maybe they are the ones who kept all the secrets. Maybe they are the ones who just didn't engage because you're used to being so open and transparent. You're really talking about everything, right? But maybe you just like dealt with somebody who is not as candid, or who kind of like think it's a polite thing to just kind of like, some people say, well, if you don't have something nice to say nothing, which is ridiculous, because that's how you end up in this freaking situation, because somebody's like a freaking sissy, not being able to communicate what they have to communicate. Of course, it doesn't have to be forceful. But with these sevens over here in karma's category, it is going back to hermit. Some of you may have the issues with your marriage partners. Some of you may have just issue about commitment, period, that you really want to go in this direction. This means that they might have bravery to speak up. They might finally get together their own act and realize, hey, you know what? I really miss you, and I'm really, really sorry. It can happen, but they can also become very angry. And this is it. That's basically why they are triggering this codependency in you. This is why you are actually going to start saying to yourself, well, if this is love, why does it hurt so much? Why do I feel this person is betraying me? So this is going to be, I guess, homework for you, my dear Aries. You need to ask yourself, why do you want this person back in your life? And please don't tell me, oh, just like, I love this person. Stop it. Because the Devil card is the same thing as love. And I have to tell you that 90% of people will tell me, I love this person. And I see this card. This really tells me that there are some karmic issues that you're really working out. And guys, check my karma readings. They're going to really kind of like put you in a better perspective about what is it you need to really do in this life. Especially if you're a woman, we kind of share this codependent karma. We really have to kind of like really work on it, because we live in a strange times. You're not pretty enough, you're not thin enough, you're like not rich enough, like, oh my freaking God, like, let me jump over all of that. And the connection shouldn't be any of that, right? So you really need to ask yourself, since you kind of like are usually really good in kind of like dedicating yourself toward a goal, why is it that you're hurting? Why is it you don't want to let go? And I will tell you why. Possible answer is this person keeps coming. It's a revolving door. They keep coming in your life. They promise you everything, and then they become angry, and then they blame it on you, and that goes back to your codependency. Like, what the heck did I do? I let you in my life, even though you freak. You know, like, I mean, you are doing all this stuff to me, and then it's kind of like making you puzzled and making you feel kind of like all weirded out. So Aries, would love to get your comments. I'm going to stop streaming right now, and I'm going to start new stream with Taurus on. But let me know, how is this live format working for you. I'm not expecting anybody. I don't think it was a single comment. My idea was that at the end of the read, if there are any Arieses or Aries cross watchers, that I can address a few questions. So that's going to be the offer going forward. So we will see how this works. We'll see your reception. And Aries says, if you really want to read with me, please contact me through website catera.ca. In the description, there's like all the information that you need about me, so we can go from there. And you guys know that I love you. So until the next time, I'm looking forward to your comments. All the best.